Okay, now we are going to make some beautiful gold paint. I'm using 24 karat gold DecoArt. Beautiful color. Look at this. So beautiful. The pouring medium again is 3 parts Glidden, 2 parts Miniwax polyacrylic. I'll use the scale. Let's set it to 0. I'm going to put in maybe 30 grams. Yeah. Well, that went to 36. So we'll do 13 grams, 12 grams of the gold. And a little bit more. There we go. Now we're just going to mix this up. Scrape the side of the stick. Now you don't want to use this paint, or at least I don't recommend using right after you mix your colors. You want to let all the little bubbles in there settle down. I usually wait a day or 2 after I mix the paints. It's a good consistency. Like warm honey. Warm honey coming off the stick. And when you lift it up and it stays, the marking of the circle that I'm making, it stays there for a little bit. It makes a mound upon a mound. The paint. So I don't think I'm going to add any water to this to thin it out. This looks good to me. Okay, that's our gold. Now let's do, this is a wonderful color, Quinacridone Nickel Azel Gold by Golden Acrylics. Beautiful color. Let's do that. Set it up. Let's put some. Now when you're using, I'm really not measuring for this because this color is so concentrated. You don't have to use a lot, so I'm not really measuring it. Let's add that. And you just kind of do it until you get the color you like. So I might as well put that away. I use this color a lot. And you can make it a little bit lighter. You can make it, if you want it a little darker, just add a little more color. I'm going to add just a little bit more. Now, sometimes you'll see that I don't have gloves on. That's only because I forgot. But I have, oh my goodness, some of my rings have so much paint in it because I forgot. And so I really recommend protecting your hands and your skin and your jewelry also. This is nice color. I like that color. I'm gonna add just a tiny dash of water, tiniest. Now we will want all of your paints to be the same consistency, thickness, thinness. And so we'll do a drip test later. with these. And if it's too thick, you add a little more paint. If it's too thin, you add a tiny bit of water, and then you do the drip test again. This is good. I like this. Okay. We got our watermelon, we got our gold, our nickel laser gold. Now we're going to do Red Violet by Amsterdam. Let's try for 30. Oh, 25 already. Now, I'm making smaller batches now, but I usually make bigger batches when I'm going to do a lot of painting. Okay, we'll do 10. Nine, 10. And this is a beautiful color too. Now for your sticks, just wipe your stir sticks. Let it dry and you'll be able to use it again. Sometimes when I spend a whole day just mixing paints, I'll put my iPad up there, I'll put on something from Netflix, and it is very relaxing. I really have a good time there with you. Very, very good time. Now this one's a little too thick for my liking. It's kind of globbing. Can you see how it's globbing? I'm gonna add a little water. Little at a time. A little bit more. I mean, you could be doing drops at times. A few drops at a time, but depends. You'll get the hang of it. And when we do our drip test, and sometimes these thicken up also overnight. But when we do our drip test, we'll be able to. That's beautiful. Beautiful color. And we're going to use this to do some test swipes of the cell activators we made. Well, I think this might be a little thick, but you know what? We'll be able to see when we do the drip test. So let me get ready for the drip test, and then we'll see which ones need to add more water or not. Okay, we are going to do a drip test. Now, our consistency of our paints is very important for all of our paints to be close to the same consistency. So what I'm going to do, looks a little thick, but we'll see. I'm going to put a little bit. Try to make the, sometimes it's hard. I got some playing cards here, okay? Add a little bit. Try to add the same amount. Oh yeah, this one's thinner, I can tell already. Whoop! And I put way too much, see that? It's hard sometimes. This one's thicker. Can you see the difference already? This is so much thinner, already spread. I already know that's going to be too thin. Let me put a little bit more. Get this kind of equal to the gold. And let's see what our little piggy pigment is. It's going to be runny too. Be much thinner, I think. Well, let's put it up and see. Oh, I am surprised. Well, I'm not really surprised. Okay, so this little pigment, way too thick, too thin. And I was correct, this one is too thin. And they all, you know, need a little bit of adjustment. I'd like to thin out this one a little bit. And then we'll do the test again. All right. I'll add a little bit of the pouring medium to thicken the pigment out. I might also just add pigment itself. We just work till we get it right. Am I right? I'm gonna let that melt a little bit. I definitely gotta thicken this up a little bit. I added too much water to that. So the pouring medium is, well, maybe I should have added more paint. Get rid of the spoon. Better. Yeah, add a little bit of paint. It always thickens it up. All right, you don't need to see me doing all the mixing. When I'm ready, I'll come back to you. All right, so let's try it again, okay? I'm gonna try to put a smaller little dab than I did. I still think that this one might be a little bit thinner. Let's do it in the same order we had. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm thinking with this one. All right, this one's definitely better than it was last time. Okay, and the gold. Now we're getting close to the right size of each one. I still think this one might be a little bit too runny, but we'll see, okay? Let's do the drip test. Let me lift it up. Well, these three are running. This one's still a little thicker. This one is too thin, but these are much better. So I would be good with these three. I can add a drop more water. These two are good. I'll just add more pigment. So this is what you want to do. You want to see what you need to do to add or add more paint or add more water to get the same consistency. Kind of like when you're making pancakes using where you add water only. Sometimes it's too thin. Just got to add some more pancake mix. Okay, there we go. I'll add a drop more water, a little more pigment, and PM to this. Okay, that's it for this session. Blessings to you.